Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today let's do a comparison and a review and a what fits and a first impressions of the Dior saddlebag in the mini size and comparing it with the Dior saddlebag in the regular size. These are not the easiest bags to use. These are not the bags which are going to carry the most stuff for you, and they're certainly not the most carefree to get in and out of, but they are a vibe. They are a statement and I love them. Some people hate these bags. They think they're ridiculous. They think they look like a kidney bean because of the shape, but personally I really love them, and they're a bag that I could fall guilty to collecting. But I got a lot of questions whenever I unboxed this little beauty with my pink handbag collection. What does it fit? How does it use? How is it wearable? Is it not just a pain? And what do you think of it? So let's do this one first because I know a lot of you are interested in a review of this bag. I've had this now for a little while and I have to be honest and say I have not yet worn this bag with the crossbody strap. I will try both of these on. I will show you them with the strap, without the strap, how they sit on me crossbody. For reference, I am 5'1" and a UK 12. They do come with a detachable, adjustable crossbody strap or shoulder strap. It's definitely TBE. It's definitely tiny bag energy, to borrow Cassie Thorpe's phrase. But when you carry this just handheld like this, it is a moment all to itself. It's really cool, it's really edgy, and it just adds something. That is, of course, as long as you like the shape of it. I love the shape of it, but I know some people don't. Is it easy to use? No, it's not. It's definitely not. Even handheld, even with not very much stuff in it, unless you go very minimal, it's not easy to use. It did carry my essentials. I was able to put them in what I needed. I was not in a hurry whenever I was getting in and out of this bag. If you were looking for one of these to wear, say, when you're out shopping and you're going to need to get in and out of your bag quickly and get your things in and out quickly, no, this is not the one. If you're wearing this out though, and you're going to be able to take your time, put your things in, not be in a hurry, have time to put them where you need them, then yeah, that's going to be okay. So let's have a look at what fits in here. I generally get asked when I do what fits in a bag if the mini pochette fits. No. No. It's basically the size of the mini pochette. It's not that much bigger. Now there's nothing in this one to try and show you, but like you could maybe... That's what you're working with, people. And I need to tell you as well that when you open this to put your things in and out, because this strap is not detachable and this strap stays here, now it does give a little bit, but when you lift this flap up and you're trying to get your things in and out, mine's still pretty new so it hasn't relaxed that much in the leather, but that's awkward because that doesn't move right the way back for you to get everything in and out of. It's still stunning but awkward. Can you get a phone in? That's always the big question. Mine is the iPhone Pro. It's not the Max version, but I think it's the iPhone 13 Pro. You can, but you need to set it in at an angle. So you need to put it in down into the deepest part of the bag and lay it like this. When you do that, you will see this little part of your phone peeking out. Now, if you take the cover off it, it's going to be slightly easier, but you're still going to see a part of your phone peeking out. But when you put the cover over, when you close the bag, that's fine. It doesn't look like it's poking out. It's not poking up on the leather. It's not pushing the flap up. You can carry that. That's the way I carried mine. My phone was in my bag. That's kind of a deal breaker for me. So you can do it, but just know that when you open it, if yours is the same size as mine, you get this little peekaboo. Once you have your phone in here, there's not much else going in, but you can put your phone. I had a card holder in mine. I started off when I was going out for the night with the card holder in it, and I took the card holder out and I put the card just in the bag itself. I didn't actually take the card holder because there isn't that much space. So you can see my card holder here and you can see my phone. I also had a lipstick in mine down this space. As I said, folks, it's not easy. So I had a lipstick in mine down here and I had a key. I started off with a key, not a key holder. My 4-ring key holder, if I wanted to put that in, I had to take out the card holder and still it was not giving much space. So I took the key off and then I didn't want that in the bag. So I made my husband carry the keys in his pocket, which he was not too best pleased about. His thinking was, you have a bag. You're carrying a bag. Why am I carrying the keys in my pocket? Because they don't fit in my bag, darling. Q then what's the point of having that stupid bag if it doesn't fit your keys in? Because look at her. Look at her, that's the point. She's a vibe. Can imagine his reaction. But all we have in here is my phone, my card holder, which I'm now trying to Tetris about to make fit slightly easier. Move the card holder up the bag, have the phone here, and my lipstick is now down in this little corner down here. You could lay a key in, you could just set your key in here. You could probably put a car fob in, you could just about put a key in here, and that's it. And that is pretty full. So all we have in there is a card holder, a phone, and a lipstick. Now, that's okay for me. I don't need to carry a lot whenever I go out. I don't mind annoying my husband and making him carry the keys. But if you need to put a lot into there and get in and out easily, in the little flap in the back, all you're putting in there is maybe a credit card. You could put a credit card on its own. You could put a swipe card maybe, but that's it. That's not fitting anything else in that little space in the back. It's very tight. That's all that's going. But that's what's in there, and that is what I carried, although I did take the card out of the card holder as I told you, and when you open it up you're like this, so you're not even easily able to just, you see what I mean about being a bit awkward with the strap and the opening. There we go. If you put it on this side of the strap, push it backwards, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to see in and get your stuff in and out. So there we have the phone, the card holder, and a lipstick. You could put something in here, not another card holder. You could put actual cards. You could put a key on its own, but that will give you an idea of the space, and it does stick up whenever you are closing it. First world problems, people, but we need thorough reviews on this channel, and that's how she looks. Now, strap wise, she comes with this strap, which is adjustable. Now, somebody did send me a video. They put their strap on their bag and it sat far, far better than mine did. They were able to make this sit quite flat, and I can't find the video on my Instagram. It was if you were to click these onto the top, and I think it was keep it quite straight and then it sits better, the handle. That is the detachable strap added on. I have mine at the longest length, but you can see there are quite a few options there if you want to wear this shorter, if you want to wear it on your shoulder, or you like a higher crossbody. I will try this on the longer length to show you, and for reference 5'1", UK 12, so as you can try and judge. And this is what she looks like. There's no getting around, these bags are stunning. If you like the general shape of the saddle bag, these bags are stunning, they're striking. I would worry about myself wanting to collect the minis in all the colours because they're so cool to carry. But not the most usable bag, expensive. I will put the price on the screen. These are up and around £3,000, but I will put the actual price so as you can see what the price of these are. But for a very tiny bag like this, no getting around the fact they are expensive. The one that I have chosen as well, we have to talk about the leather. This is smooth leather. You can get these, they do bring them out in pebbled leather. This is pebbled leather, much more durable, much more hardy. Scratch my nails across it. It gives it that durability and wearability. You can see the texture on the leather. But this one didn't come in a textured leather, it came in a smooth leather. And why I wanted this bag was the colour. I was drawn to the colour on the CD, on the hardware. I love bright pink. I just wanted the pink one. Didn't care that it was smooth leather, but when it's smooth leather you definitely have to be more careful. I could scratch this with my nails. Any pen mark on any bag is going to be a disaster, but when it's such a smooth leather like this, it's a little bit like box leather for Hermes, it's a little bit like the Celine Triomphe leather, you're going to have more risk of getting a mark on it or a scratch on it. Again, this is not an everyday bag for me. As I say, I like the look of it to carry it handheld, but as we just saw what goes into it and what doesn't go into it, that's going to be for certain occasions, certain places. That is not going to be a day out with my children. That is not going to be a day out shopping. That's certainly not going to be work. That's going to be an occasional bag, and that's what this works for me as. Probably a bit like the Petite Mal, not an everyday bag, but stunning. Just before we go to the bigger sister, just to give you a look on the inside, It is the raw edge of the leather, the suede, so you would need to be careful with any marks. There is a little plaque that says on it, Christian Dior, made in Italy, and then Paris underneath the Christian Dior. Because this goes away up to give it the shape of the bag, that comes up into your bag. So this part, it's hard to even show you because this is so small, but this part of the bag down here that you can see my finger pointing at is this lifted up. So because of this shape, because this goes in, look at it there, look how high that goes up. So if you're on the outside, this bag looks like it's bigger than it is. It looks like it has more space. But if you look at how high this goes, you're only getting this little bit inside the bag, and that's why you're struggling for what you can fit in there. Now let's take a look at the bigger sister. As I said, this is the regular size. This is grained leather, so a lot more hardy, but that just comes down to whatever choice you pick. My burgundy one, which is over there, this one's also grained leather, so this one is also hardier. This one I have had for longer and used for longer, and just reaching these and touching these, I hadn't even realised how much this one has softened. This has softened a lot. Now I do keep it stuffed, but compared to the leather on this one, I only obviously got this one before the summer and haven't worn it as much. This has softened quite a lot actually, and it feels now really quite nice, whereas this one is still a little bit stiff, and I don't think I'd even realised that unless I was comparing it with this one. I wouldn't have noticed. But this is also a grained leather. This is beautiful. I love this bag. This is one of my favourite autumn winter type bags. I actually sold the Gabrielle bag. I had two in this colour, didn't need to, and chose to keep this one over the Chanel Gabrielle because I love the shape of it and I think it's really cool. But let's take a look at the one that I had shown you. This is the regular size. It has the same details as the mini, looks exactly the same, has the same hardware, and has the same issue if we look at how much it lifts up in here, and that dictates how much smaller space you have on the inside compared to what the bag looks like on the outside. This one opens in exactly the same way. It also has the back of the leather. Inside is the suede, and that is your lining. You would need to be really careful, especially with this one being really yellow. You'd need to be careful with pen marks or makeup marks. The difference on the bigger one, because you do have more space, is you have this zipped pocket across the back that you can put perhaps a card or something in. It does give you that option, although these are still tight. Don't look at this and think you're getting a huge amount in it compared to the mini. These are still quite tight to use. They're still quite fiddly, and you can see I'm still getting this out of the way, and I'm getting this underneath this, and I'm getting this here. And I know my reviews can be pretty brutal about bags. I love these bags, but I want you to know if you're looking at one of these what you're actually getting and how the annoying bits are, as well as the good and the pretty bits. Annoying to use. Lift the flap out of the way and you get this down here. Do have that zip pocket, as I said, but let's take a look at what fits in here. First thing we can start with is the mini pochette, which is something I do get asked about. Now this one, if you put your mini pochette in there and that doesn't have anything in it, if you have your mini pochette full of makeup or whatever you carry in it, you're not getting much else in this bag. Personally, I don't think this is a bag to carry a mini pochette in unless you really, really, really need one, because it's going to take up, if this was full, it's taking up that whole section of the bag, and you have this little bit to play in. It takes up so much space, it's just not something that I would choose to put in it, but you can get it in it if you're a die-hard mini pochette fan, and it has to be in every bag. So let's start with the essential, which is the iPhone 13 Pro. You can see that in there. Obviously there's a lot more room in this one for your phone. You're not having to have it stick up whenever you close the bag. It's in there really well. Doesn't take up as much space, so that's easily going in. This is the Louis Vuitton. I know, I really need to clear it out. Every time I do a video in this, I promise I'm going to keep this cleared out, not ruin this one. But you can see how stretched mine is because there's receipts in there and there's cards on the other side and there's a little bit of cash. This is the Louis Vuitton coin card holder. This does not fit in the mini version. You can squeeze it in, but you can't get anything else in. You can't close it. It doesn't close over the way it does on the phone. It sticks up. So basically the answer is no, doesn't fit. Does fit in the big one, you can put it, or the regular size, sorry. That is my very overstuffed wallet in there with my phone. We can also put a key clay, so you can put a key clay or a key holder. We'll use this one for an example. That will fit in there. I have it here, and you kind of need to follow the shape of the bag, but you can already see that that's squeezing out. So you're still Tetrising your items. If I move my phone up a bit, then those two will fit in better. It's not an easy throw everything into your bag. If you're carrying more than a phone, a card holder, a key and a lipstick in this, you're going to play Tetris. When I take this out, I generally have what I've just said. Phone, card holder, key, lipstick, that's it. I normally don't have an extra key holder or key clay that we have here. Lipstick, we can put that in easily, and there's enough space then you can easily put your card fob or your keys in. You wouldn't easily get another key holder. You're choosing your key clay or your key holder. It's not easily going to go there unless you swap into a smaller card holder, but you definitely get a bunch of keys in there. And then this one closes over as well. You're not having to see it sticking up. You are going to have to give it a bit of a push to get it to close, but this one's very new, so the leather is quite stiff, but you can see there that that is sitting perfectly with what's inside. If we take out the larger key coin purse and put in my key holder, that's going to give us a lot more space, and that's generally what I do in these bags. If you look in there now, you have the phone, you have the key clay, the card holder and the lipstick, and you would now also get a key holder, the 4-ring in there, or you would get a bunch of keys in there. To make this bag a little bit easier, what you can also do is you can take your phone out of this bag and put it in the back flap. Now, it will obviously, if you carry your phone like that a lot, you're going to stretch this pocket and it's going to sit out and loosen. I've never carried my phone in there because I'm happy to downsize what's actually inside, but you will stretch that out, so just be aware of that, but it is an option. You can put your phone in there, and then when you have no phone, we could easily add back this in, and now we have, not easily, I'm still going to have to move things around and Tetris a little bit, but it will fit. So we, oh, don't take the top. I'm sure I'm not meant to do that. Crisis averted, and I say that in jest. First world problems. Yes, I do know what's going on in the world, but if we're here for entertainment and we're here to escape from what's going on in the world, crisis averted, the lipstick is fixed and the lid is back on. So we can definitely put our lipstick in there, and now we have the bigger card holder, which could easily be a key holder, even a 6-ring. We have a card holder, we have a lipstick, we have the key clay down at the back, and then we have the phone in the back of the bag. So if you need to get quite a bit in there, you can. You are going to risk that pocket obviously stretching out, but you can get those in as long as you're willing to Tetris. It's not that you can just open your bag and throw them in, but they are in. This also comes with a detachable, adjustable crossbody strap, and I will also try this one on. I have mine on the longest strap. I'm sure you're all really shocked to hear that. And then if we add this on, I'll give you a look at this too. Now we have the strap added on. I've kept everything in there, even the phone in the back, so as when I try it on, I can show you what it looks like with items actually in it. It is quite heavy hanging there, but I'll see what it's like when it's on my shoulder. I personally have never worn this bag crossbody. This is one of those bags that when I bought it, I thought it had to have a crossbody strap. I love crossbody, that's all I'll wear, yada yada yada. I've evolved a little bit and I only wear this bag handheld. I've put it on my shoulder this way as well, but generally I just carry it handheld like this, and that's the way I like the look of it. I've never actually used the crossbody strap, which I thought it had to have. So that is a review and first impressions of these bags for you. If it was to come down to what my first impressions of them, I love the bag though. I love the shape, I love the look of it. I think it's a bit different. I like that it's a bit quirky and not everybody likes it, but it's very personal choice. A lot of people don't like the shape of these bags. If I were to buy one of them, it depends how much you want to be able to use it. This one, I really like that it's small, that it's cute, and I think this one's a total moment. If you're wearing this handheld with something, I had this on, what was I wearing? I had long, wide suit trousers on, I had funky shoes on, I loved it. I thought this was a real moment. but it's not very usable and it doesn't carry very much. It's very much a bag that's an extra in your collection. If you have bags that will cover your everyday needs and you're looking for something additional or extra, or you've got to this crazy level, then it's really, really cool. This one is more usable. It's still not the easiest bag in the world to use, but you're definitely going to be able to use this more than you're going to be able to use this one. You could still use this one at night time. I've taken this out at night, although I have to say I've taken this out at night where it's been quite casual, whereas this one was a bit more dressy and a bit more event-like. But I do love this. This you will get more use out of during the day, and you will get more options of what they bring them out in, although they're starting to bring minis in more. I love them, but if you're wanting one that you're going to be able to use more, it's definitely this one. But do bear in mind that neither of these are easy to use. I hope that's been helpful. If you're interested in the Dior saddlebag, that's a review, a comparison, a what fits and what they look like on me with their crossbody straps. If this has been in any way helpful, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. If there's any more bags in here in this collection you'd like to see a review of, please let me know in the comment box. And thank you so much for watching me. If you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.